All right, it's AJ doing the Rolling Mobile blog post here. So, excuse me. Today I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to refer to as target profile. And I'm going to refer to some work by my good buddy, Sean D'Souza, who's the creator of the Brain Audit. Now, Sean talks about 7 bags in this Brain Audit, and it's a great piece to really help give a quick check on your marketing. In fact, let me give you a little bit. The Brain Audit is really designed to do 3 things pretty well. And what it does is it enables you to spot every one of what Sean refers to as 7 bags. The 7 bags Sean talks about is the problem, the solution, your target audience, and also your objections that people might have to buying your product or service, the testimonials, that social proof element that Robert Cialdini refers to in his book Influence, about what are some of the reasons that cause people to buy products and services, risk reversal, making it basically so there's no risk involved to put the customer's mind at ease, or the would-be prospects, and also what makes you unique in your business about your product or service. What's different about you than your competition? Why should I buy from you? So what we're talking about here is the target profile. So the target profile is what Sean refers to as the biggest bag, the number one thing. You get this right and everything else is going to follow. So the target profile, the first piece of that is going to start out with identify your demographic. And here's the easiest way to do this. Go to your existing client base and get some demographic information on them. I've heard it referred to as reverse demographics. You know, what's the average age? Is it more men? Is it more women? What industry are they in? Where do they come from? Is it a geographic location? So some of that basic demographic stuff, it's going to help you as you further go out and look for other new prospects to talk to. Step number 2, pick one of your clients from your client base and call them up and tell them you want to sit down and basically interview them. Step 3 is I want you to get a list of all the problems, issues, challenges that they have as it relates to your product or service that caused them to do business with you in the first place. So get a list of everything. Keep digging. Hopefully you have a list about anywhere from 3 to 10 things. Then the next step after that, step 4, is pick the step or the number one issue, challenge that's causing them the most heartburn. You know, hey Joe, out of this list of 10 things you gave me, which of these issues is your biggest problem that's causing you the most heartburn? That's the one I want you to focus on. So whatever they share with you, take that issue, drill down to it. Drill way down as far as you can. Why is that a problem? How is it a problem? Where does it show up? When does it show up? What happens when it shows up? Just start finding out all that stuff. And here's a quick tip for you. Record this information. So as you're interviewing your prospective client, it's not a prospective client, interviewing your client, record it. And then take that call, record it, and send it to a transcriptionist. Get on Google and Google transcription services. There's a lot of them out there, and you're probably going to pay about a penny a word to have it transcribed, but the data you get from that is invaluable. So what you're going to do with that data between step 4 and step 5 is whatever you do with that data to create marketing materials, business cards, things that you might want to email, blog about, all that stuff that you market through the various channels of marketing. This person you sat down with is giving you all the information you want and need to create ideal copy. So with that being said, after you do that, your last step to getting this target profile right is getting feedback. Go back to that client, sit down with them and say, hey Joe, here's what I've created. I'd like your feedback on it. Does this get your attention? Did I get it right? Am I on the right path with this? Does this make you say, wow, you know, how do you do that? Or, well, what do you mean by that? That's the trigger we want to have happen by people seeing your marketing and other stuff that you're putting out there. So again, quick recap. Those 5 steps from the target profile are: get your demographic, do that homework. The next step would be pick somebody from your existing client base that you can invite to sit down with you, lunch, coffee, wherever, somewhere probably fairly quiet that you can actually record the call or the interview. And third step is get a list of all the problems that person had as it relates to your product or service that caused them to do business with you. Number 4, drill down into the biggest problem to figure out why is that such a problem. Why is it a problem? How is it a problem? Where does it become a problem? All that good stuff. Your 6 on a serving man. How, what, why, where, when, who. And then the last step is get feedback on however you take that information and create product, copy, marketing stuff, materials. And that's going to give you everything you need to really start that process of being more effective with your marketing and helping grow your business faster. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you will now take that critical action step of going and doing something with this. Before I sign off, I'd like to ask you, the only thing that causes people, I shouldn't say the only thing, one of the biggest things that causes people not to take action is fear. And here's a good acronym for fear that you can think of. False expectations appearing real. Again, the acronym for fear is false expectations appearing real. Identify whatever that biggest fear is and figure out why it's a fear. If we look into some of the ego states that drive us, one of those ego states is a child ego state. One of the things that causes you to not take action is unrealistic fear, anxiety about stuff that we think may or happen. Let me share something with you. All those things that you think could happen about going and interviewing your prospect, or your client, they don't happen. That client loves it. This is what we call expanding the relationship. It gives you a chance to really find out from somebody who at least liked you enough to do business. Deepen that relationship. Closing the sale, I hate that idea. That was just the first step, man, to consummating that relationship that you have now with this person and expanding it. Your goal is to become a trusted advisor with that person, not just another vendor calling on them, selling them some stuff. They can buy stuff anywhere. It's very rare to get a trusted advisor relationship with somebody that is worthwhile. So identify your biggest fear, overcome it, and take some action. Okay? Hope you're having a good one. Bye-bye.